Ah, the evil of the world calls to me. Me, the Black Critic Guy. What? I'm not delusional. What? No. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm back again with a new anime review. I know it's been a while since I've done one. I've just been so busy with school, but I'm back. I finished one, and I just finished watching Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. I don't know if I pronounced the Chunibyo right, so if I was wrong, correct me. So the premise of Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions is it follows this kid by the name of Yuta who's going into high school and he wants to leave his 8th grade past behind because when he was in 8th grade, he had this whole fantasy that he was the Dark Flame Master. And he's hoping to start anew in this high school and leave his past behind him. But he meets this girl by the name of Rika who's suffering from the same delusion of thinking of this other world and she has powers and gets pulled into all of her shenanigans, and now our story begins. So I was recommended to watch this anime by one of my subscribers, Pip Lup Steffi, and I gotta say I enjoyed bits and pieces of this anime. I mean, it's not that great, but I did enjoy it. First off, the animation is really good. I mean, I don't really need to say that. You should know that the animation is really good, especially when they go into like their delusions where they think that they're having these epic battles. The animation was pretty solid in there. I thought the story was good, very intriguing, and relatable at many points. I mean, you see them reenacting their imaginations, and Yuta's very relatable as well. Whenever he has like these dream sequences, I'm like, yeah, I've had dream sequences just like those. And come on, don't tell me you guys never imagined that you had some mystical powers or you're from another world. I will be honest, when I was younger, I used to think that there was a whole planet full of Tonys. True story. And speaking of Yuta being very relatable, the characters were all very interesting. They're all different, they're all diverse, and they bring something new to the table. I mean, we got our main character of Yuta who's trying to forget his embarrassing past, you know, pretending that he had powers and he's all dark and mysterious. In fact, some of my favorite moments in the anime is when we have flashbacks to when he was in 8th grade. I thought those scenes were hilarious. And then we got Rika, who kind of reminds me of Haruhi Suzumiya in a sense. I mean, the whole over-eccentricness, making a club, forcing this guy to join the club with her. Elements of Haruhi Suzumiya right there. And not only that, but the way that the opening theme ends is the exact same way that the opening theme for Haruhi Suzumiya ends. But honestly, my favorite character in the entire anime was Toka, Rika's sister. I mean, she was badass, she was funny, yet she also handled a lot of things seriously. She was the more down-to-earth character in this entire anime. I liked her. Now, when this anime started, it really fell in head first into the whole cliche romantic comedy genre. But after episode 7, they took a direction that I didn't expect at all. And quite honestly, I like the direction that they took after episode 7. I mean, we got more backstory on Rika and her past, which I won't tell you what it is. Go watch the anime for yourself. But I love that they actually showed this. I wanted to see something like this. And after that, we got to see Rika and Yuka's relationship grow. And that's never a bad thing, especially in a romantic comedy anime. And speaking of Yuta and Rika's relationship, I really did like it. Although, yes, I've seen it before and it is a bit cliche, but it's not about the destination, it's about the journey that you go with these characters. And I really got invested in their relationship. I thought they had great chemistry and they were very cute together. Another relationship that I thought was really cute was the one between Kyumi and Yuta's friend. Although they never really end up to be a couple, I just thought that how he tried to get her attention and how she always would be sleeping, I thought that was hilarious. And lastly, I thought the humor was handled very well. Kind of lighthearted, kind of slapstick. I laughed out loud a couple of times in this anime. But as much as I liked many bits and pieces of this anime, there are a couple of things that kind of irritated me and I did not like. First being the whole cliche vibe that I get from the anime. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, for the first 6 episodes, I was kind of bored. I mean, I was sitting there watching this anime like, man, I've seen this before, I've seen that before, yeah, I've seen that before. Oh god, it's just same old, same old. But as you guys know, I'm a sucker for romantic comedy anime, so as long as it's handled and executed properly, the cliches won't bother me so much. But in this anime, it just was so dull and they didn't really bring anything new to the table that really pulled me in like, oh my god, this is awesome. It was just like, they're going through the relationship, okay. But then episode 7 came and I was like, okay, now I'm more invested in this story. Another problem that this anime suffers from is a lack of character development. Yes, Yuta and Rika's relationship, they get developed and their characters get developed, but the other side characters, especially Yuta's sisters, his mom, Rika's sister, Rika's mom, they're not developed as much as you would want them to be. I mean, I would have loved to see Yuta's family's reaction to his delusion of being this dark flame master. I thought that would have been hilarious to see, and they do show bits and pieces, but not enough for me to be like, wow, okay, that's how they are. And I really didn't care much about their family. But not only are the family members lacking in character development, but also some of the side characters that hang around with Yuta and Rika, especially Nibutani, Dekomori, Ishiki, and Kumi. I mean, we get an understanding of who these characters are, and some of them get some backstories, but not enough for us to really care about these characters. And I would have really loved to see them be a part of the more dramatic scenes in this anime, but whenever they came onto the scene, the whole tone of the anime turns from serious to very comical. I mean, they did have some dramatic moments, but they were rarely seen. Probably the biggest thing that irritated me about this anime is actually the anime's message. At first, the anime was trying to convey this whole message of like, oh, you need to grow up, you know, reality's harsh, you gotta deal with it. And then all of a sudden they just pull a 180 and it's like, yeah, reality's harsh, but don't change who you are, you know, still be your silly self, think of this other world. And I was just scratching my head at this. At first you said, hey, you need to grow up, you know, reality's harsh, you can't be pretending that you have powers and you're from another world. And then all of a sudden, now you're just saying, well, yeah, reality's harsh, but hey, you can still believe in all this stuff and you can do all these crazy things. I was like, what? Stick to your guns. If you're gonna convey a message about growing up, then stick with that. If you're gonna convey a message about just be yourself, then stick with that too. And this isn't a problem against the anime, but I really would have loved to see other people's delusions. I mean, in this anime, we got 3 characters that were a bit delusional, but I would have loved to see other characters and their delusions, or what delusions did they go through. They kind of missed out on having that kind of variety. And the last problem that I have with this anime is the ending. Just like how the characters suffered from 8th grader syndrome, this anime's ending suffered from Toradora syndrome. I mean, the ending to me was very reminiscent to the ending of Toradora, and as you all know, I really didn't like the last part of Toradora. It got really dramatic, and that's where this anime went. Although I thought the drama was handled better in this anime, it's just that the ending was kind of like, what? I just didn't like it, honestly. But overall, even though this anime was a bit cliche and suffered from problems here and there, I did enjoy Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. I liked the characters, I loved the bond and chemistry between Rika and Yuta, and I loved his backstory. I loved Rika's sister, and I found the anime to be enjoyable throughout. That's why I'm going to give this anime a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's not great, but it's a rather enjoyable anime, and if you're a fan of romantic comedy animes, I say give this one a watch. But anyway, what did you guys think of this anime? Did you like it a lot, or did you find it dull and repetitive and cliche and you've seen it before? And let me know, what is a moment in your past that you were very embarrassed about? Just like I told you guys, when I was younger, I used to think that there was a world full of Tonys. True story. So if you feel comfortable in letting me know that, comment below and let me know. And also, guys, as you know, I have a short film up. It's gonna be like right here, so just click this little transparent box and you could go see Dueling with the Past. I made it for you guys, my subscribers. Also on my old channel, The Black Anime Guy, I told you guys I wasn't gonna be doing any more videos. Like I said, I did do a video. It's on my top 20 favorite anime opening themes, so you can go check it out. I'll probably put a link in the description. But until then, guys, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Wilder II from the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.